Hey guys, welcome to Starters 57 CodeChef round. So in today's video we will solve some of the problems, and let's move to the first problem, which is Elise and marks. And the statement is saying that Elise has scored X marks in a test and Bob has scored Y marks in the same test. And Elise is happy if she has scored at least twice the marks of the Bob's score. And we have to determine whether she is happy or not. And the input format is two integers X and Y, which are basically the marks of Elise and Bob. And the output font is, we will print yes if she is happy and no if she is not happy. So basically we will check that if X is at least equals to or greater than Y. Okay, you have to check whether X is greater than equals to 2 into Y. If this is true, print yes, otherwise print no. And let's move to the second problem, which is yeah. And the second problem, which is integers. And the problem statement is Elise has a positive integer n, and she is wondering how many ordered pair of positive integer I and j exist such that I plus j is equals to n. And we have to find out the answer, which is total number of such pairs. And it is given that 1 and 2, 1, 2 and 2, 1 are considered as distinct pair, and the input format is consists of single integer n, and the output format consists of I and j, which is basically a pair such that I plus j is equals to, and we have to output a single integer, which is total number of ordered pairs. Okay, here are the constraints very small, and yeah, first if n is equals to 5, let's say, so what can be the pairs? 1 4, 2 3, 3 2 and 4 1. These are the required pairs, and number of pairs is 4. So in this case our answer will be 4. Okay, so simply input n and output n minus 1. Hope you find this. Okay, you can also see the code. Yeah, this is only 2-line code. Okay, let's move to the next problem, which is non-negative product. And the statement is saying that Elise has an array of n integers, which is basically a1 to up to an, and she wants the product of all the elements of the array to be non-negative integer, and that is, it can be either 0 or positive, but can't be negative. But she doesn't want it to be negative. To do this, she is willing to remove some elements of the array. Determine the minimum number of elements. We have to determine the minimum number of elements she needs to remove, so that she will get the final product of all the elements positive. And this is the input format, which is first line consists of n, which is the size of array, and n space separated integers a1 up to n, and these can be positive, negative and 0. And we have to output number of elements. We need to minimum number of elements that she has to remove from the array to make the product positive or 0. Okay, and these are the constants. Let's say 2 1 9 and 100. Okay, 2 minus 1 9 and 100. These are the 4 inputs, and if I find the product of all these, 2 into minus 1, which is minus 2 into 9 minus 18 into 100 minus 1800. But if I remove this minus 1, the product will become plus 1800. So in this case I need to remove this one. So the count of number is 1. So how we do that? We will check if array contains 0. We have to remove 0 elements. Let's see the code. And if it has odd number of ones, we have to remove one number of elements. And if it has even number of ones, even number of negative integers, even negative, we will remove 0 elements. Let's say the arrow, if array has -1, -2, -3, -4 and 5. These minus becomes plus, plus minus becomes minus, and minus also becomes finally plus, and positive will become positive product. So if this is even, we will remove 0 elements. If this is odd, we will remove 1 elements. And you can see the code here. Yeah, these are the codes. First we input n into the b, array b, and we have count here number of negatives and a number of zeros. And basically I am checking that if number of negatives is equals to even or number of, yeah, I check that 2 times. Okay, if number of negatives is even and number of zeros or number of zeros is not 0, then I will answer 0. Otherwise in every case I will output 1. Okay, basically this is, I check that twice. Yeah, if number of negatives are even and if array contains any zeros, any element is 0, then we will remove 0 elements, otherwise we will remove 1 elements. Okay, and let's move to the next problem, which is even splits. And the statement is, yeah, you are given binary string s of length n and you can perform the following operations on it. We have to pick any non-empty even subsequence. Okay, and suppose that the subsequence has length of 2k, and if the length of subsequence is 2k, which is multiplied by 2 even numbers, then first we will shift first k characters to the front of s and the next k characters to the end of s without changing their order. For example, if this is a subsequence and if I choose this one and this 0, so basically I chosen the subsequence 1 and 0, so these are 2 elements, so I shift first element, which means 1 to the front of s and 0 to the end of s, and these all gray elements remains in the same order. You can see that, and he is doing 3 times. And what is lexicographically a smallest string that can be obtained after performing this operation several times or possibly 0 times? And basically it is stating that what do you mean by lexicographic string. So first we will start comparing from 0 up to size of a string, and if ai is 0 and bi is 1, which means the first string element is less than the second string element, then we will say that the string A is lexicographically smaller than string B. And this is the input format. The first line consists of test case, and each test case consists of single integer n, which is size of a string, and n binary characters, which are the elements of a string. And we have to output for each test case the lexicographically shortest binary string which is possible. Okay, the first input is 1 0, so yeah, if a string is 1 0, then no means I will change the order 0 and 1. If I choose, we have to choose even number of subsequence. Okay, we have to choose even number of subsequence. So if I choose these two subsequences 1 and 0, I will print a half to the front, which means 1 and 0, these both are same, so no matter. So we will check that if n, which is length of a string, is equals to 2, then we will simply print str, or otherwise let's say any other case, which is 1 0 0 and 1. Yeah, if I choose these two values, these two subsequences, then this is the first one. Okay, don't choose this. Yeah, if I choose these two subsequences, okay, then what will be, this will comes to the front, which means 0, and this will go to the end 1, and these two remains 1 and 0. Okay, and again if I choose this one and this one, and this 0 will come to the front and this one will remain at the end, and this will printed in this order, which means 0 0 and 1 1. So no matter how many operations we will perform, okay, at the end of many operations, all the zeros will come to front, all zeros will come to front, and all ones will be the at the end. No matter how many operations you will perform, at the end you will get result like all zeros in the front and all ones in the end. Okay, so basically if n is 2, output the string which is given to you, otherwise count ones and count zeros and just print all the zeros in the front and all the ones in the last. And let's see the code. This is the yeah, this solve is the code. I am inputting n, which is the size of a string, and inputting a string and making two variables, number of zeros and number of ones, and here I am counting number of zeros and ones and checking if n is less than equals to 2, which means this case less than equals to 2, we will just simply output a string, otherwise we will output all the zeros in the front and all the ones in the last. Okay, hope you guys understand this video, and if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are new to this channel, and you can also like and subscribe. That's all. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.